Good morning, welcome to
Math practice number 30.
Math Practice number 30. Today we're going to learn a little bit about something called dimensions. Have you ever heard the word dimensions before?
No, but I have heard dimensional.
Dimensional. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a similar word. So here's what we mean when we start talking about dimensions. If I have a point, that's 0 dimensions. If I have a line, or a piece of a line segment like this, that's 1 dimension. And what that means, there's only one way you can go on it. You can either just go that way or that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
2 dimensions looks like this. What kind of shape does that look like?
It looks like a square. I can draw two-dimensional shapes.
Yeah, you can draw 2-dimensional shapes. In fact, anything you draw on our little whiteboard would be a 2-dimensional shape. Okay, so in the 2-dimensional shapes, you can go back and forth like you could on the line, but you can also go up and down. So there's 2 different directions you can go: up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now 3 dimensions. What kind of shape do you think is 3-dimensional?
Well, it's like the shape. You can go.
Whoa, what was that? Was that an assassin bug? Okay, so what kind of shape is 3-dimensional?
Well, you can probably go up, down, across, and then for the other side and out.
Out, right? Out is the important thing, where you would go out of the board. Okay, and so a shape like that, if I was going to try to draw it, would sort of look like this, like it went into the board a little bit. So what kind of shape does that look like?
It looks like sort of a rectangle.
Or a
Square. Cube.
A cube. Yeah, a cube is 3 dimensions. Okay, and we're going to try to make these shapes out of Duplo blocks and just see what they look like. So I got my base plate and I have just 1 point. So pretend that's just a point. So that's 0 dimensions. And how many blocks do I have there?
You have 1 block.
1. Let's see if we see any patterns. Now if I make 2 dimensions, I'm going to make a line out of Duplo blocks. Like that.
Yeah.
How many blocks do I have now?
You have 3.
3. Okay. So I made, this is just a sample, right? I could have made a line that had 4 or 10, but here I just have 3. And now I'm going to take my little line and turn it into a square. Okay? So let's do that real quick. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Here we go. Here's our square. Now how many Duplo blocks did I use to make that square?
9.
9. That's pretty neat. I just slid down. Now I'm going to make a cube by sliding the blocks out away from the board, right? And I got my cube, I got my little pieces for the cube set up over here. Real quick, do you want to help me put them on? Here. Okay, ooh, wow. There's my cube. So it's a 3 long, 3 high, and 3 wide cube. See, it comes out of the board. How many individual Duplo blocks do I have in this cube?
Well, you have 3, 6, 9. 3 rows are 9. That would be 18. That would be 27.
27. Very good. 27. Do you see a pattern here? 1, 3, 9, 27. Do you see how I go from 1 to 3, and then 3 to 9, and then 9 to 27?
Well, from 1 to 3 you go 2. Well, from 1 to 3 you go 1, 2.
Okay, I would go. I could add 2, but what else could I do to go from 1 to 3, or 3 to 9, or 9 to 27?
You skip numbers. No,
You see it, or do you not see it?
I don't see it.
What happens if I multiply by 3? 1 times 3 is?
3.
3 times 3 is?
9.
9 times 3 is?
27.
27. Oh, that's interesting. So that's 0, 1, 2, and 3 dimensions with our Duplo blocks. Do you think there'd be something called a fourth dimension?
I think so.
Whoa, I wonder what that would look like. 4 dimensions. Question mark. I don't know. I'm not sure what it would look like. But what if we kept multiplying by 3? I wonder how many Duplo blocks it would take to make a 4-dimensional object. Do you know what 27 times 3 is?
27 times. Wait, that's 27 times 2 is 54.
Alright, 27 times 2 is 54. And I do 54 plus 27. What's that?
54 plus 27 is so 81.
81, very good. So if I had 81 Duplo blocks, if this pattern continued, maybe with 81 Duplo blocks I could make the secret 4-dimensional cube. Whoa. Alright, so that's pretty neat, isn't it? How we build up from 0, 1, 2, 3, and maybe even 4 dimensions? Whoa. Alright, high five. Good job. Good job.